Yo, what is up, you guys? Nico commentating here from Team Hydroflare with my two teammates, Pimpatope619 and the Red. That's my friend Jose. He's gonna be playing some Summoner of Illusion Ghostricks. This deck is like ridiculously destructive. It's super stally, and if the Summoner of Illusion part doesn't work out, he could just go straight Ghostrick beat down. Even though that sounds super weird because they all have like less than 15. None of them are even bottomless targets. And then we got our other teammate here in the blue, X Masta Blasta double X. It's our teammate Joel. He's been out of the Yu-Gi-Oh scene for a while, you guys, but he's here, and he's gonna be playing some Fabled. So it's gonna be Ghostricks versus Fabled right now at the rock paper scissors screen, and we're ready to get this duel on the way. It looks like they're both ready. So Pimpatope619 winning the rock, paper, scissors. It's pretty safe to say, I think, that he's going to be going first, and there he goes. He's going to be going first. I'm here spectating, so I'm not going to be able to see anybody's hand. It's going to be completely kind of like as if you're just watching the duel normally. So Pimpatope619 with those Ghostricks, we definitely know that they're able to stall out and that they can't be normal summoned unless there's another face-up Ghostrick. So he's going to set one monster, set two back row, and pass his turn. And he's going to pass it right over to our friend Joel here in the blue. I just dueled Joel's Fable deck. It's pretty good. It could be pretty explosive. It definitely spams the synchros, spams the special summons. Yeah, he blind spaced. A lot of people are into the blind space. I don't really know about the blind space. I'm kind of teetering back and forth about it, but I do it too, so I'm guilty of it. So he's going to blind space into Jose's MST, and so he's going to summon that Fabled Raven. Fabled Raven, you can discard one, and is it 400, I believe? Yeah, you discard any number of cards. It gains 1 level and 400 attack for each card discarded. So he's going to go for effect, and Jose and the Red's going to say that's fine. He's going to discard all 4 cards. Wow, he's going to go all in, discarding his entire hand. He's going to discard Cerebral. That's going to be special summoned. He's going to discard... what's that one called? He's going to discard Lurie. That's going to be special summoned. And Cruz is going to special summon. Well, I don't know if Cruz gets a special summon if they're all discarded at the same time. I guess we'll kind of find out right now. But I know that Lurie and Cerebral are definitely going to be special summoned. And, oh, I didn't know if this... wait, yeah? Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure he's going Cruz into Nuzuchi. I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing, yeah. So, see, as we can already see, he's able to spam that field, throw it right out there. So, ooh, that's an ugly card. Needle Sealing. A lot of Ghostrick players play this. For those of you that don't know that, it says when there are 4 or more monsters on the field, destroy all face-up monsters. So our player in the blue is going to lose his entire field right now on first turn. He's going to be empty field, no cards in hand. It's going to be a game of top deck for him, while our player in the red still has 3 cards in hand, and he's going to be getting his draw next turn. So Joel's going to have to send all his Fableds to the graveyard. That really blows. He could have gone for some really explosive plays right there with the Nuzuchi and Raven and Cerebral. Could have made a Reagan. Jose is going to flip over Ghostrick Jiangshi. Jiangshi is going to let him add 1 Ghostrick monster from whose level is less than or equal to the number of Ghostrick monsters. Oh, I actually didn't know that about Jiangshi. So since he controls 1 Ghostrick, he can only add Ghostrick monsters whose levels are less than or equal to 1. So he's going to have that Jiangshi, that 400 beater on the field, and he's going to summon Ghostrick Ghoul. Like all Ghostricks, it can only be normal summoned when you control a face-up Ghostrick monster. But what Ghoul can do is it's kind of like the Sirocco, the Blackwing Sirocco of the Ghostricks. It can absorb the Ghostrick monster's attack power, and then he's the only one that could attack that turn. So if you're able to get a monster with like Forbidden Lance or something, that's definitely a really safe play. I don't know if Jose is running Forbidden Lance or anything like that that could protect him in the Ghostricks. And then all Ghostrick I'm pretty sure it's all Ghostrick monsters. They all have the effect that once per turn you can change them to face down defense position, like Gigi Armor. So that's definitely a plus for the things like that Needle Sealing play that we just saw. All his monsters are constantly going to be face down during his opponent's turn. So Joel drew the MST. He's really gonna have no choice but to MST it. And ooh, that other needle sealing. That would have been really gross if it would have been able to stay on the field for some amount of time. I'm really interested to see how Joel is gonna try and get out of this. This is gonna be a really ugly position. I don't know if he's playing Dark Hole in his deck. He never brought it out against me. And it looks like Joel's gonna scoop it up right there. No field, no hand, and with the explosive plays that Ghostricks actually are capable of, I'm pretty sure that was the best choice. That needle sealing definitely hurt. So we're gonna go into the siding real quick. Fableds, I would side in a light imprisoning. Definitely some 7 tools or trap stuns for that needle sealing like epidemic that just went down in Joel's field. As for Jose, I'd definitely side in those light imprisonings. Most people have light imprisonings in the side for Boojins and Heretics for the meta in the format, but I suppose off the top of my head, I think that's really all he could do. Obviously, he's seeing Joel's not playing very many trap cards, so he could side out his back row hate right now. That's definitely one thing he could do. If he's running the triple MST, he could side out 2 of them. He could side out 2 of them for those, like a double light imprisoning or something. Joel's gonna finish his siding pretty early, claiming that he's a rogue deck, which is kind of true. Nobody's really seen Fabled in a really long time. I don't think I've seen a Fabled deck since 2011, 2012. I know that they're still around, obviously. I mean, you can see that Joel's playing them, but I just haven't seen one. So it's gonna be Joel's chance to pick. He's gonna choose to go first. I'm definitely curious to see what Joel sided in against the Ghostricks. Off the top of my head, I really can't think of anything. I know Skill Drain hurts him really bad. They're all darks, so Shadow Imprisoning would definitely hurt. Some back row hate, definitely some back row hate, 7 tools and stuff, and trap stuns if they're not mained. Twisters for the field spell. But aside from that, I really can't think of anything. Geometry searches, so I guess if you have Mind Crush in your side deck, you can. That's definitely something that you can do. So Joel's gonna activate Chawa's effect. So during the main phase, you can discard him and another Fabled to special summon him from your hand. He's gonna discard Kushano. Kushano allows him that if you discard a Fabled monster, then you can add him back to your hand. So he's gonna have... Okay, so Jose's gonna tell him that he has no response, so he's basically just gonna go all out now. He's gonna discard Grimrow, which is gonna let him search for a Fabled monster, since if you control a Fabled, you're gonna be able to search any Fabled. There's no limit on it. There's no attack or defense limit or level limit. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, and there's Jose telling him to go all out. Maybe he's got that needle sealing again. That would definitely be a reason to bait your opponent out to go all in. Needle sealing is just a devastating card for so many decks. Even like the meta in this format and the previous format specifically, since I haven't seen much gameplay of this format, but Firefist was able to flood the field pretty quick, and Mermail was definitely able to spam the field, and now with Heretic Rulers, they're definitely spamming the field. Anybody who says they're not spamming the field is insane. So Joel's going to add Cruise with Grimrow. So maybe he could get that Grimrow back on the field. I really don't know. I don't know if Joel's playing any of the Dark World dealings or the cards are... Oh, so he's going to special summon the Tricky. That's going to allow him to discard Cruise to special summon it. And with Cruise, he's going to go Grimrow. I'm seeing a level 5 Reagan play right here. And then he's going to be able to +2 from his deck since he has no cards in his hand. That's going to be a pretty good... That's a pretty good draw too. Fables have always had a really good draw engine. I'm definitely curious about what his back row is. Myself, I've never seen a single trap card in Joel's deck. I don't know if it runs them at all. or if he only has 3 to 4. We're going to see one of those was a monster reincarnation. He's going to discard the Honest, which I don't know if I agree with that. I think Honest is definitely a card you should keep in your hand, but I don't know what the other card in his hand is. It could be a much more viable card like Dark Hole or something. So he's going to discard the Honest, and I would assume he's going to add the Grimro back. He can go for another discard play whenever he feels the need to. But like I was saying with the meta in this format and Needle Sealing, it can destroy a lot of decks. The only deck off the top of my head that it wouldn't really destroy would be Bujin, since they only control like one monster at a time. But definitely in combination, if they're able to, if the Ghostricks themselves are able to spam the field in combination with their Ghostrick Vanish card, they can protect themselves from Needle Sealing. So he's gonna add Cruise with Reincarnation. Oh, and he's gonna go Drag Down. He's gonna Drag Down, which is gonna allow him to see Jose's first hand. So he's gonna be able to see the plays that he's gonna potentially do. And since there's only one card in his hand, he's going to be able to discard that Cruise. So he's going to be able to discard anything he wants from Jose's hand. So any plans that Jose was making, like what he would do based off of Joel's field, that could actually really be crushed right now, depending on what he was thinking and depending on what Joel's going to draw. So he's going to discard that middle card. And it's going to see that that's Ghostrick Mansion. That field spell is definitely annoying. You're not allowed to target face-down defense position monsters for an attack, and Jose's going to select the one card in Joel's hand. So you can't target face-down defense position monsters for an attack, and any damage inflicted by a non-Ghostrick monster is automatically halved. So if you have, like, the Tricky, for example, if Jose had a face-down defense position monster, Tricky's forced to attack directly, but it only does 1,000 damage, which really slows a lot of people down. So Cruise has now been discarded from Drag Down, so he's going to get that special summon, whether he's going to go for Chawa or Grimro. Oh, I forgot Kushano is in his graveyard too, so he's going to special summon Kushano. Level 3 tuner, and now he's going to go Dark World Dealings. I'm assuming he's hoping to draw into something good that he can discard. Basically, at Joel's point, it's basically a mill. So, ooh, he's going to discard Fabled Lurie. That's going to allow him to special summon itself, and he can go for a level 4 synchro play right now. Kushano is a tuner. He could go for, I see, a 4, 8, 6, and a 9. So I see 4, 6, 8, 9. Those are the synchro levels of synchro that I'm able to see him being able to summon right now. We're gonna have to see what he chooses to go for. It looks like he's gonna go for the 4, and I don't think he's gonna summon the unicorn. That's not what I think the play. Yeah. So he's gonna summon the Fabled Kudabi. I think that's how you pronounce it. Basically, since Joel has no cards in his hand, it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. It's definitely still able to be targeted, though. So we're going to see that one back row that Joel set at the beginning of his turn. Since Jose has the MSC. So he's going to chain it. It's a threatening roar. So now there's going to be no attacks declared on Jose's part this turn. For Joel's sake, let's definitely hope one of those 3 cards is not a Needle Sealing. That'll definitely kill him. Right now, if Jose does it on the draw, while he has a card in his hand, that means Kudabi is going to be able to die. So, Joel's definitely going to have to get rid of that card in his hand if he's going to want to save Fabled Kudabi. So he's going to use Kushano's effect. He's going to special summon it from his graveyard. He's going to special summon it from his graveyard. Oh no, my bad. He's going to add it to his hand from his graveyard by discarding 1 monster. So he's going to discard the Fabled Lurie. Lurie is then going to special summon itself since it was discarded from the hand. And I would assume a safe normal summon. I don't know how safe it would really be, but a normal summon play right now. That's what I would assume. Kudabi's still able to be Dimensional Prison and Compulse. It can still be targeted. So Fiendish Chain is definitely a thing if Jose could Needle Sealing chain Fiendish Chain onto Kudabi. But so far he hasn't revealed the Fiendish Chain. Perhaps he's waiting for Joel to overextend to go for another synchro play, or some sort of extra deck play, and maybe that's what he's waiting for. He definitely can go for another Reagan play, if that's what he wanted to do, if he was willing to get rid of his... Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. He can't. I keep thinking that Lurie's a tuner. So he's going to go straight into his battle phase. He's going to attack with the Tricky. It looks like Jose's thinking, debating. Yeah, he's thinking. I know some responses he could have. There could be, there's Ghostricks Scare. There's Ghostrick Go Round. That's definitely an annoying card. He could flip Tricky face down and flip his face down up, but that would leave it vulnerable to some damage. I would assume he doesn't have a Mirror Force. I mean, Mirror Force right now would be no doubt. Just go for it. So it looks like that. It looks like Joel ate a Mirror Force earlier today. Okay, no, he used the Mirror Force as a hat. Okay, got it. Okay, oh, okay, he hit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all got that. So it looks like Jose's still thinking. Perhaps he has multiple back row he could use, and he's deciding which one he wants to use. So he's going to go for Ghostrick Scare. Basically, he picks one, since he has one monster, he's able to flip it up, and he's going to be able to flip Reagan face down. That's what Ghostrick Scare does. Target any number of face down defense position monsters you control and change it to face up defense position. The number of Ghostrick monsters, in this case 1, and change that many face-up monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense position. So he's going to flip that Reagan face down, and the Tricky's attack on Yuki Onna is going to go... No, wait, hold on. The Tricky's attack on Yuki Onna should go through. I'm pretty sure that doesn't call for a replay. I don't... at least I don't think that calls for a replay, but it looks like it's going to go through, and the trick is going to go in for some direct damage. 2k. Jose's still got that double back row, and no doubt it could definitely be a Needle Ceiling that he's saving. It could be Mirror Force that he's saving. It's definitely up to him what he wants to do with that. And it looks like Joel's got this one. It looks like his first turn setup was too good. Yeah. So he's going to be revealing his back row, Starlight Road, and Ghostricks Scare. So Jose's gonna admit defeat on that one, and it looks like we're gonna go into match 3, which I'm really excited about because game of 3s are always way better to watch than just a simple game of 2-0. So I'm really excited that game 3 is gonna be coming up right now. It looks like Joel's not going to side at all. He's really confident in what he did last duel, apparently, but it looks like Jose is going to take some time to look through the things that what he did and what he should take out and what he should throw in just in case. We didn't see any different cards that wouldn't be assumed to be in the main deck. We saw a Monster Reincarnation from Joel, but I'm pretty sure that that was going to be in the main deck since it's discarding. So I don't think, unless Jose does side the Starlight Road, that we didn't see any of the side cards. It looks like Joel's going to be going in with the same one. So I definitely think that Jose's obviously going to go first. Most people tend to go first unless you have some amazing second turn setup team, which is definitely possible, don't get me wrong. Excuse me. It's pretty late. It's 1 in the morning right now, so I am getting a little tired. But that is no excuse. The duels must go on, I guess. So Jose is going to go for that same play he went game 1. He's going to set 1 monster and set 2 back row. Ghostricks, the thing I like about them is they could be pretty explosive, and at any moment, you don't know what's going to happen. See, right there, ooh, Joel got so lucky with that blind Mystical Space Typhoon right into the Needle Ceiling. So see, you can see in the chat how excited he is about hitting that needle ceiling. That's definitely going to be something that could potentially be a game changer. The fact that that needle ceiling is now out of play, depending on what the other back rows, it could still be Mirror Force. It could be the second needle ceiling for all we know. We know that Joel floods the field very quickly and leaves himself vulnerable to vast damaging plays, such as Mirror Force and Torrential Tribute and stuff like that. So he's going to reveal the tricky, telling Jose that he's going to use its effect. So he's going to discard one, and right now we're going to see what he's going to discard. So he's going to discard Fabled Cerebral. Fabled Cerebral is then going to special summon itself from the graveyard, and he now has access to a level 7 Synchro play. But he's going to go straight for the battle phase and straight for the attack. So he's going to attack right into the Fossil Dyna. Oh my goodness. That's going to wipe Joel's current board clean. Tricky was special summon, and Cerebral was also special summon. And Fossil Dyna being flipped face up will destroy all special summon monsters currently on the field. So he's basically had a needle ceiling within a monster at that point, just without meeting the monster criteria. So Joel's going to pass the turn, being that there is nothing more for him to do. I can't talk right now. I apologize. Jose is going to draw and pass his turn. I don't know his hand. It could be pretty dirty right now. Both of them not able to do much. It looks like they could both be in a stuck position. Joel's looking through his graveyard, seeing the potential plays that he's going to be able to get off. So he's going to go for that second blind space. I wouldn't call it so blind, considering there's only one back row, I guess. But he's going to go for that Mystical Space Siphon on Jose's one card in the back row. And perhaps so it turns out it's Ghostricks Vanish. This is basically the Forbidden Lance for the Ghostricks. So Joel's just going to hit that with the MST, and he's going to pass his turn. Ghostricks Vanish, though, it also prevents them from being targeted or destroyed by card effects, so I guess I would compare it more to Forbidden Duress of the Ghostricks. For all Ghostricks and any face-down defense position monsters that the controller controls. So he's going to Foolish Burial. Joel's going to Foolish Burial since it looks like there's nothing neither player can do. So he's going to send the Krishano to the graveyard. One thing I definitely know that's going on in Jose's mind, I'm pretty sure he has some Ghostricks Lanterns in his hand. That'll allow him to special summon and prevent a direct attack. So he's going to go for that Light Imprisoning. We're going to see our first sideboard card. Any light effects, which are all Fabled monsters activating in the hand or in the graveyard, are thus going to be negated. Well, not negated, but it's that they can't be activated in the first place. Is it they can't be activated? No, it's that they are negated. So he's going to go for the field spell. Ghostricks Mansion, I explained that to you guys earlier. I believe it was game 2 with Joel's drag down play. So Joel's going to go, that's fine. And Jose's going to set a monster. It could be a Spectre. I definitely am confident that he has Lanterns in his hand that'll allow him to negate direct attacks and attacks on face-up Ghostricks monsters that he controls. His Ghostricks, all being 100% dark, definitely will not hurt. That Light Imprisoning will not hurt him at all, but that Light Imprisoning is definitely going to do some damage to Joel. I know I'm pretty sure that Cerebral all of them activate in the grave. So we're gonna have to see how Joel's going to play around this, if he is going to play around this. Right now it looks like he's just going to end his turn. And Jose's gonna draw for his, and he's gonna flip summon Ghostricks Stein. Ghostricks Stein is, I believe, the only bottomless target in the Ghostricks archetype. So what Stein does is when it inflicts battle damage, you can add a Ghostricks spell or trap from the deck to your hand. So that allows for easy access to Ghostricks Go Round, Ghostricks Vanish, Ghostricks Scare, and the field spell if you already don't have it. So he's going to flip summon, and it looks like Joel's not going to have a response. He's going to go straight into the battle phase, and he's going to swing for some damage. But at the start of battle phase, Joel's going to activate Threatening Roar, preventing Jose from declaring an attack. So he's going to be forced to go straight to main phase 2. He's going to set 1 back row and use Stein's effect to set him face down again. This way, so long as Ghostrick Mansion is on the field, Ghostrick Stein cannot be targeted for an attack. So it is definitely safe. His life points are now vulnerable, but like I explained, it's only going to be half the damage. So the tricky attacking directly would only do 1,000 life points of damage instead of the normal 2,000. So Jose is going to misclick into battle phase when he meant to flip summon in main phase 1, and at the start of battle phase, Joel's going to have that next Threatening Roar. I don't know if he's running 2 or 3, but so going back into main phase 2, I'm definitely positive now that Jose has Ghostrick Lanterns and Spectre in hand, since he's not summoning any monsters or setting any back row. Spectre will let him special summon it when a Ghostrick monster he has is destroyed. So I'm definitely confident that he has at least 1 or 2 copies of each in his hand. I know if he had any of the other Ghostrick monsters, he would be summoning them right now. But those are definitely monsters that you want to wait until you're in a pinch, letting you negate attacks and stop many plays, and Spectre allowing you to get some draw advantage. You're never going to complain about free draw advantage. So Joel's going to look through his extra deck, trying to find I assume he's trying to find an out to that Light Imprisoning Mirror. For Fabled, I would actually say it's pretty hard. I'd say it's about as difficult as finding an out to Shadow Imprisoning for Dark Worlds. But he's going to pass the turn. Jose's going to flip over that Ghostrick Stein, and he's finally going to push for some of that damage that he's been trying to get in the past 3 turns. And Joel either not having any in his hand or being completely out of Threatening Roars is not going to be able to stop that, so he's going to be able to go for Stein's effect. And he's either going to add... Okay, so he's going to add Ghostrick Vanish. So he set another back row, and now he's definitely going to set that Ghostrick Vanish. So there it is. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that deck most back row is his Ghostrick Vanish, unless it could be a bluff and that Vanish is still in his hand. That's very possible. But it definitely looks like Joel's having a really hard time getting out of that Light Imprisoning Mirror. I believe he already used 2 of his MSTs. I'm pretty sure it was 2. But it looks like he's stuck, and he really wasn't able to get out of that Light Imprisoning. I guess he knows his deck list better than anybody else, so he's definitely going to know that he cannot get out of that Light Imprisoning. So Jose's going to be able to lock him down with that. He's going to be showing us his hand. There's one Spectre and 2 Lanterns, like I predicted, and he had Mary in hand for some extra special summoning ability. And he had Needle Sealing, Scare, and Vanish face down, so he had the perfect setup for anything that Joel was going to be able to try and pull off. But that was definitely a great duel to both my teammates. It's really hard to get out of a card that completely shuts down your entire deck, especially when you've exhausted all the back row hate that you have in your deck. But I give props to Joel for playing a rogue deck, especially in this format. Fableds are a really good deck, and I give complete props to Jose also for playing something as crazy as Ghostricks. I don't think that they get the respect that they deserve. Topping recently, though, with that Madolche unique builds, they're definitely going to be seeing a lot more play. So I just want to congratulate both my teammates on that duel. It was great, you guys. You played a great match. Jose got the victory 2-1. This is Jose, Joel, Nico from Team Hydroflare signing out.